typical, 5v4 conversion of 80% is not the case anymore for Astralis. They play dirty, sometimes they pay the price for it.
Woo. And that'll get you going, ladies and gentlemen. Astralis versus G2 in a semi-final bout. We've got Nuke, Dust2, and Inferno on the cards right as we get started with Harry and Hugo.
Yeah, and we're not wasting any time getting into this one. G2 taking on Astralis for a shot at those grand finals. Already, I noted a lot of utility in this pistol to help out with this fast A execute out of Astralis. G2, they were set up to play retake in towards this A site. They've got these this utility, right? The smoke, the flash on Nico. He can set these guys up to explode out of heaven. Although Nico's all the way over in main, this flash isn't coming in. They're peeking heaven dry.
Oh, that's a big nade dunking down onto 4 players of G2. They need to suddenly pop out the top, and they will, but it's into the Glocks that find every kill for Astralis. No problem. An absolute murder on that A-bomb site. And Astralis, they start strong. G2's retake setup, not going to plan.
No, normally, right, I'm very, very confused already. Normally, when that's what you're trying to do, you have the flash player over towards hell.
CT.
He can pop that flash from CT out of heaven, and it would have given a lot of levity towards this retake. Instead, they peek it dry, through a smoke, through a nade, and everyone's churned up. That is not the start you wanted if you're G2.
I agree. They wanted the smoke to cut off Hut.
Whoa, look at this buy, Hugo. Hang on a second.
It's crazy. Okay, G2, they want to have fun, Harry, and I can't blame them. They're feeling confident. They're the favorites, perhaps, and, well, they're going to try and show it. Jax, no armor, shotgun, Hunter, Nova as well. What a mess.
Yeah, we saw Jane donning the Nova yesterday. Nico's Deagle opening up this round and getting away with a lot of damage. Now, one of these shotguns dropping through the vent. Hunter is already gone. The Nova never given a chance to play. Astralis in a good spot right now. They start to cross the remainder of these players over outside, and inside of the B site, it's only Amanek here. The majority of G2 still on upper. Amanek might have his work cut out for him as Astralis are heading his way.
Yeah, but they are playing very safe. They're waiting for those last 2 players to join them before they start swinging the doors open. G2 don't know. They aren't confirmed that it's the B play, and so Amanek is even starting to change position. Could this catch him out in the open? Or, in fact, even leaving B at the worst possible second? He can at least play safe here, right? He can get Deegs and stay alive, but he's going to need to hit some absolute bangers in order to recover this round. Tries his hand against Zip, but Astralis at this point have the site. They can get the bomb plant, and at this point, I don't know if a retake's going to be viable. G2 might just try and save what they got, throw it into what will be another eco round as Astralis start strong.
There, and if you're a G2 fan, as alluded to by Carlos in that interview before the show, you probably have some memories of the G2 squad versus the Danes on this map that you'd sooner end up forgetting. There you go. We lasted 2 rounds before referencing it. Damn, man, Carlos was right. Let's see. It is an Astralis round locked in here. The double shotgun force buy doesn't work out for G2.
Yeah, maybe an exit here for Amanek, maybe something, but Glaive's not letting it go down easy, and Astralis will keep it light and breezy. Guns saved, although not a lot, right? It's MAC-10s, it's Galils, and so that's why these force buys are so scary for a team like G2, getting all those shotguns in. They won't make it work, though, and so 1 more eco. But Astralis on Nuke, man, back on LAN. This is everything we wanted, Harry. It's everything we dreamed. We may have had that handshake in the V2 as said of the skip of Vertigo and Ancient No One playing games here, leaving Inferno as our decider. But this is an El Clasico of, the Astralis era. G2 know that better than anyone. Pistols out, Astralis back to the lobby and keeping it nice and slow.
Yeah, there's still this this glass auto shotgun in play. And, that was by design originally when Jax bought it out. He consciously didn't have armor. So, I guess when you're wielding the shotgun, it might feel like the aim punch matters a little less, right? You are, usually in their face with it. So I'm curious if he's going to get away with anything on it.
He's in the vent,
surely got an idea. Yeah. there is this outside play coming in, so he might just get evaded in this round. You got the deep wall of smokes in. This wall of smokes is great. It lets you, you know, have a lot more options. You can cross secret, you can wrap main, you can take garage. And with how Astralis throw these smokes, the garage smoke is the first one to dissipate. So it almost acts like a bit of a doorway on a timing. Now, what they haven't checked for Nico.
Oh, no.
Oh,
The
it's
crouch.
ugly. No. 1 HP on Magisk. 1 HP the difference. Oh, that could have been something for the G2 squad, but now the odds of finding much in this round are kind of out the window. With the ramp control taken, Astralis, they don't know it yet, but they've got full run of this B bomb site. They've even got Hell as well, so if they did want to A-Rap, they could do that. Oh, this is about to get rough for G2.
Yeah, this is a surprising one to go upper, right? They had all control outside and ramp, but they're walking into the stack right now. Nex has got a dig. Jax's shotgun is left alone down at B, and Astralis is dropping in with 10 seconds. They need the kills, and they need the plant. There's a man close, and Hunter could deny if he finds a timing. There's no cover. Oh, no, Hunter. He's got the kill, and the time is eluding Astralis. A full eco for G2. How does that taste?
Oh, that's talk about a taste of your own medicine, Hugo, right? Astralis run out of time. Hunter denies the bomb plant with seconds to spare, and no one was watching for him. No one was accounting for it. Oh, G2.
Oh, that's one round of win.
Is this the final evolution, man? Have we come full circle? Now it's them making Astralis look like fools on Nuke?
I could see Hunter hiding sight, and I was like, surely someone will stay after as they go wide.
Is this the redemption arc of G2 on this map? Is this what we're witnessing?
It's the start of something, that's for sure. Jax keeps the shotgun, and everyone is well armed now for G2. Astralis, that was their bonus round, and it did not go well. Fast smokes this time. Astralis trying to cross very quickly towards lower. Nico drops through the vent molly, taking 95 damage. He's still standing, but a shot from death, even a glimmer of a nade, could end his round. However, he's dropped the bomb in the secret, still standing, staying alive, and buying time here for G2 in what is a 5-on-4. If Astralis want this kill, they're going to have to hunt him down. And if they do, Nex is already starting to move in. There's the kill from Glaive. It keeps something here for Astralis intact. The B site, though, as said, not controlled yet. And Amanek's even got an AWP on rotation. He can help out if Nexa needs.
Oh, yeah, there's that AWP springing to life at the B bomb site. And that's going to deter Astralis. They give up lower and instead look to go back to main. Everywhere they go, there's something, you know, pushing them away from their original intention. Whether it's down to B, they don't want to run into the AWPs. Now they try to go main. As they get to main smoke goes in. Well, now you got to reroute again. Now you got to look for another plan of action. This bomb is going down lower while Zip is moving in through Hell. And he's going to try and take ramp, I'm imagining, to split this B site. But you've got to get past Amanek's AWP and Nex's AUG. And that is easier said than done. You've seen this double hold now. And Amanek, head on a swivel, even deals with the flanking Zipniks in through ramp. Great stuff from this AWP on the G2 side. It's just Dupree in a 1-on-4, and Hunter cuts him down with ease. There was just no time for Dupree. He had to run bomb out if he wanted to win that one in the clutch.
Yeah, it's crazy the storylines and the time that G2 and this team and these players have gone through over the past 12 months, right? Like from, Jax leaving the team, getting his English back on track, rejoining and looking like an absolute beast, looking so much better than he was even originally in G2. And then the story of Nico v Amanek, right? Nico getting brought in for the AWP. We see him more on the Krieg at times. It feels position-based. It feels feeling-based. And when Amanek has that up, man, he is such a star with this weapon. Up against a team like Astralis, who, again, we've seen all 5 players AWP on, even in that quarterfinal yesterday, and all have their moments. They've still got their work cut out for them, even against a team with similar woes on the sniper. Right now, it's just pistols, though, for Astralis. 2 Deagles, 3 Glocks. Going to try and group on the ramp. We got some crossing outside, but Nico's here in time to deny, and there's no utility to keep him back. Maybe the Deagle will do.
Yeah, the question becomes, who's going to break first in this outside fight? Who's going to take that first peek Nico's now nading it. They really are sold on this secret position as a result. He's given himself a little one-way smoke there to try peek under. Glaive, in the meantime, has snuck out door and is now getting down the vent. G2 don't know about this. Nico starting to get paranoid, and it's probably been calmed. Like, yeah, there was a smoke by door. Something could have happened, but we're not 100% sure. Nico, he's keeping his wits about him. But still Glaive's going to hit the timing. Nico wasn't sold on the idea, and so now Astralis start to accelerate the pace, trying to get across outside. Hunter, can he hold the fort? Yes, that's the bomb dropped as well. There is a follow-up from the Glock of Bobski, and now he's upgraded onto an M4. This is spiraling out of control for G2. We need someone to apply the brakes to Astralis. 10 seconds left. This bomb is barreling in towards the B site. Nexa, he drops it, and on the back of that drop, he's won the round for G2 again. Another one going their way because of these last-second bomb plant denials.
Na'Vi who? What's happening to Astralis? That's 2 rounds now. It looked like they were going to win their own block round. Obviously, different
that one's a little more understandable, right?
Only fun in games, only a joke. But that's 2 rounds now that Astralis have run out of the clock, and G2 have capitalized very well. Don't get me wrong, right? These rounds are fine for Astralis if there's no 1B, but they're going into positions they don't have so late in the round that if you don't provide that cover, look, bombs out in the hands of Dupree, he doesn't have cover, and there you go. It's a free round for G2. Almost a Glock eco win for Astralis. Keep that in mind. That was just pistols, and Glaive really made magic happen with that vent dive. So Astralis, they can be happy with that round. They can break the money here and now with full rifles, with the exception of Magisk.
Yeah, it's left you in a bit of a weird spot, right, on the players that saved. That's why you've got, like, Magisk, Don, and the Deagle here. You're also a little bit limited in terms of the utility, and I like what Hunter's doing. He's really taking liberties. He tries to peek through the door smoke on an aggro push. He spots players back in lobby, and now G2 have painted a much better picture of what's going on in this round. They've seen the outside smokes as well. There's 2 players here to try and deal with it. This time, these outside smokes are on the timing so that main fades first, and these players start to get in through the main position. Astralis, with the openers, have secured control of the A bomb site in a 4-on-3. You've still got the AWP outside and this double retake from Heaven. The utility is good. Nico taking players out of the ranks of Astralis, and suddenly the whole situation has flipped on its head again.
Yeah, back down the vent for Magisk. Dupree's still here, but they're going to safe rotate. They want to go ramp side. Can Dupree find any kills on this drop? No. Amanek denies his rotate, and now Magisk is in hot water, in trouble. 1-on-3, and he can't hit a shot with the Deagle. It's going to be a round for G2 yet again. Very, very smooth moves for G2 just to take that safe rotation. They knew Dupree was still up, but they knew someone was on that A site. And so they completely avoid it, get down to the B bomb site, and pick up another retake. Defuse is happening. Don't you worry. It's 4-2 for G2.
Yeah, this has been a bit of a rough start for Astralis in that all of these rounds they've had a chance to do something, right? They've had a chance to find a round on the back of it. And you really have been splitting some fine hairs as to how this this scoreline is 4-2 in favor of the G2 squad. Once more, Astralis don't really have the money to lean into a buy. They're still kind of suffering the consequences of running out of time in these last few rounds. So they're taking a partial investment. This is really allowing G2 to pad out these rounds on the CT side early. And that's kind of the last thing you wanted if you're an Astralis fan. This is an uncharacteristic start where they've fallen prey to time a hell of a lot. Setting up for what looks like just the A explosion. And hell, man, this was how they won the pistol, right? Something to note was in the pistol round, the main smoke was left out, and I think that was why Nico ended up getting nullified in that retake round, right? Oftentimes flashing from behind the smoke in main, he wasn't given that. I'm curious if we're gonna see similar things left out in this one. Utility goes over, but the real play's coming in at ramp, and Amanek is tearing through it on this AWP. Amanek, come on, 3 in the round, and Nexa's gonna steal the ace away, but it's still 5 on the board for G2, and it's flawless to get them there.
Yeah, you don't care. You're not looking for aces at this point. You're looking for those grand finals, Harry. That's what's in the back of the mind, and maybe even in the forefront for all of these players right now. Big round from Amanek, little A fake, but yeah, it's not going to draw your ramp player out of position until there's bomb. And so Astralis go right into that orb. Bit of a timeout here now for the Danes. Need to discuss before they get back into what will be really their best rifle round, right? As you said, the money has been skew. That is from 2 rounds saving, keeping players alive when they really wouldn't wanted to. And so Astralis have, they've had economical woes, but forget the excuses. This is where they need to put rounds on the board pronto. G2 are starting to build some more money, rounds, you name it, they got it. Lovely shooting from Amanek. Can't afford to be having an off day in a matchup like this, and so strap the wheels back on and run it back for another rifle round. Back outside for Astralis. This is what they were doing a lot in group stage, Harry. We saw games from them where they would just, fully commit outside for, 15 rounds in a row, it felt like, in that game versus FaZe. So proved to be a bit of a problem there. We'll see if that continues to be the case. But down B they get for free. G2 won't do anything on the cross. Nico's still looking for someone crossing into garage. That has been the case before. And in that FaZe game that I talked about, it was the T sides where Astralis were having problems on Nuke as well. Not just this map, but even Dust, the second map of this series. Something to keep in mind as we go into it. Astralis setting up with nades on the A site, flashes through the roof, but it's really another ramp play. The AWP is foaming at the mouth right now. Amanek waiting for the kills.
Yeah, and you don't want Amanek to feel like he's got total control over this position. You really need to kind of start to make him respect you more, because once again, he's opened up this round. Oh, they are pressuring him with the flashbangs, but still he's able to make a quick escape down through ramp. Oh, nice. While this is going on, Nico has caught Glaive outside, and so for Magisk now coming back up to try and trade, he's low on HP, and Nico is quite the formidable opponent to go up against. This round has slipped apart for Astralis. They're going to try and come in with an A play, splitting through heaven. They at least have a chance here to pinch a Hunter. Down in the site, there's another man who they don't know about yet. Yeah, Hunter's spammed out, but Jax was there, ready and waiting to deny any opportunity at a bomb plant. G2 are up on CT side thus far. Yeah. Something that's so impressive is just how aware they've been. Astralis attempting a lot of this outside control again, and yet every time they've done it, they might start by taking some secret control. A lot of the time they've been coming back outside, they've been going for these hell wraps, these garage wraps, and Nico's constantly been aware of that possibility. Yeah, the comms are really good right now for G2. Like, they know exactly what's going on. The fact that Nico has gone from getting caught by these lurks to now, catching the lurks himself. Now he's in secret. I think he will have been spotted there. Glaive looks like he's hunting him down, but Nightbow and Nico, surprise, surprise, above the one-way smoke, finds that first. But on top of that, right, we've seen a lot of these A-fakes for Astralis, lobbing in utility into the top site and going back to ramp. I mean, that might work against a team that's scared, but G2, as said, the comms are good. No one's over-rotating. They see a utility, nothing comes out, and Amanek keeps getting kills off on the ramp with the AWP. So it might be time for Astralis to go back to this A site and try and hit it with some of the util. G2 might not expect the pace. This round, there's no grenades. It's just walking through this door smoke. And Hunter's looked away. Maybe there's a chance for something here. Jax has a flashbang to line his teammate up, and they seem aware that players could be out the door, allowing them to drop vent, but no further. If Astralis try and take this A site, it's going to get bloody. There's a D for Dupree, but Jax at the back of the site, and he's got a couple as well. Dupree in the open, and it's the AWP rotating to clean it up. Nice, simple round for G2, keeping more and more players alive as they build into this half. And what's always been so impressive is like these anchor players, these guys that are in positions where it's like one kill could win you the round for G2. It feels like they're always coming in big, right? Jax there is the example of that anchor player just holding on to the site, not letting them get in the, kind of a steamroll or snowball, I guess, into a situation where that gets out of hand. Nexa on B as well, dropping the bomb. Hunter did the same as on the A site. Yeah, for sure. These anchors are saving the day for G2 at the moment. Okay, where do we go here for Astralis? Is it back to these outside control rounds that don't seem to be netting much? They faked the smokes, I like that, but we know Nico has been very aggressive in the secret in times gone by. Instead, this time it's Nexa, and Astralis don't care. They want that top site, and they want it soon. Yeah, Hunter waiting for the door peek, and he spots Dupree on the jiggle. Amanek's coming in to help him out. They constantly have like little 1-2 punches. You think you're just gonna have to deal with one, and suddenly a second player emerges from the crawl space. There's Amanek surprising Dupree. There's more players back in the lobby, and look at Hunter. Look at the real estate he's trying to take.
They know. They seem to know. Glaive looking into the corner, throwing a close flash, and they're trying to clear it properly. Bubsky will. Dinked in the process. Meanwhile, Astralis will gain him space outside. Zip is crossing behind main. Astralis are keeping on this pressure onto A, so Zip can come in on this split. 30 seconds, Nico is impatient, and this might be a profitable push. He's coming in on the flank right now. Glaive with nades in hand. That timing outside is not happening. It's going away. They're going to end lower instead, and this is not looking pretty right now. Crossing Secret with the bomb is all Astralis have in this round.
But once again, Hugo, we talk about the anchors. We talk about these positions where if a player gets 1 or 2 well-placed kills, they win the round. Well, this is Nexa in this one, and it's his destiny to go on to close this out for G2. And then Bubsky even dying, trying to save the AK. G2 are brutalizing Astralis right now. Man, we were so hyped up after that Astralis game just yesterday, right? You know, the question was like, are they back on LAN? Is this it? Well, I tell you what, versus an opponent that's giving you no respect, they're not treating you like the Astralis of old, you're not getting given the usual room that you're used to. You're not getting given that air of comfortability. Nico, that round as well, I think was a good example of that, right? Pressuring lobby, helping flush these players out. These are the kind of pushes you're not really used to having happen against you if you're Astralis.
And he wasn't the only one. It's like layered pushes, isn't it? Hunter going as well, and Dort, yes, he gets spotted and dies, but it's just showing what G2 are feeling right now, right? Nico pushing ramp that round. In the past, he's been Secret coming up, and that's a change that I like for G2. It's not like they're just putting Amanek on the AWP and leaving him on ramp all half, and Astralis go, well, Amanek's AWPing ramp, that position's out of bounds, let's just not go there. Sure, there's merit to be said for that statement, but at the same time, with Amanek and Nico constantly swapping positions, with Nexa ending B, with Astralis never knowing what to expect where. Is it a safe Secret round where Nexus giving it up? Is it Nico pushing up the Secret stairs with flashbangs? Are we getting ramp crunch? Astralis don't know. It's been different every single time. So G2 keeping it fresh and keeping up in the lead gives us another round with just Deegs.
And, you know, it was this map that you know, spawned the famous Carlos copy-paste of, you know, oh, that's real CS right there. Real men, they poo, they wee on Nuke or whatever he said, you know. But it's one of these things where, like, it's not just the individuals right now that are making this convincing case for G2, right? They're not just running amok and besting you in individual fights. Their individuals are stellar, don't get me wrong, but they're also out-calling Astralis right now. Every time Astralis have tried to make one of these last-minute changes, G2 have been one step ahead, and that's what's won them the majority of these rounds. So this is really impressive what we're getting out of the G2 squad right now. And honestly, I don't know how Astralis stemmed the bleeding. I'm not looking at this going, yeah, man, you know, it's Astralis. I've got faith that Glaive can figure something out. It feels like they've tried a lot and nothing has worked thus far.
For sure. I keep referencing that phase game, but it did really make me question this Astralis T-side on Nuke, is because, you know, we're not seeing the mistakes they made there, which was just these constant outside takes. But right now, Nico has dropped the bomb, and this round is already to be forgotten. Nexa push back on ramp, and again, just fresh positions for all these players. He will die. That's a gun to be given, but how much can Astralis really do with 20 seconds? Amanek holding hell, and he's dropped Zip as well. It's just Dupree, who might even want to save, but he's got lost bonus coming. So, you know, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day for Dupree. So save he shall. And yeah, even so, Harry, like 8-2, now 9. Individuals there, calls there, reads there. What is the answer? Maybe Astralis need to go back to one of these top site splits, but they just tried that, and Nico hits the perfect timing up Secret to kill both main players. So didn't really go too well for them, did it?
Mate, this is a G2 that are hungry for finals, right? Like, Astralis might have said, look, quarters aren't enough. Well, if this keeps up, G2 are looking to put it to bed in the semis for the Astralis squad, man. This is unreal. And, you know, the fact that so much of this stopping power is coming from this AWP on Amanek is a treat as well, right? Considering that for the longest time, the AWP kind of role hung in the balance for G2, it still kind of is, you know, feeling base from time to time. He's really laying down the paint, and as you say, this kind of ability for him and the rest of the team to seemingly swap out at the drop of a hat is great. Astralis never know where they're going to encounter this AWP.
Yeah, and Nico's still annoying them as well. He just crossed main and he threw a secret smoke at the top. It looked like that one way that he's been playing over the top of. So if Astralis go outside, they think he's already secret. He's only just getting there. Zip, maybe some kills. There's a barrel up close. There's an orb, but it does find the frag, and Amanek keeps things even. Massive kill from him. Zip almost had a double on his plate. Astralis might be scared of this outside control, as said, Nico throwing that smoke in secret, and so they cross garage. He has gone down vent, so he is ready to react if things get hairy down B, but that's not going to be the play. The bomb is very late. This is the problem for Astralis, as they don't have any more smoke other than on Dupree. Not enough to really make a difference, though, with so many angles in the yard. Dupree going to begin to cross all the way to hell. This is very sneaky for Astralis. G2 have definitely got to be cognizant of this possibility, though. 2 towards the back of the site. Hunter trying to get that lobby info. And Magisk, if he can push Nico back, that is at least something here as Astralis try and creep onto him in B.
Oh, yeah, this is a little bit wild, a little bit crazy, especially if you're Nico, right? He doesn't know it, but they are all around him. Now the penny's dropped. He goes back to try and fight in the site and is blindsided by Glaive. A bomb plant with 8 seconds left going to come through, but they are lacking players for the hold. Hunter out of ramp absolutely annihilates the remaining 2, and the defuse is in as fast as that bomb goes down. The round is over for Astralis, and G2 just swiped that post plant aside like it was nothing.
You can see the cogs in G2's brain whirring, right? These meat machines of men just realizing exactly what's going on. It's Astralis. I love that round. I love the call, right? Magisk is distracting Nico in secret. Meanwhile, the rest of them are walking down ramp. But the big problem here, Harry, is the time. Again, it eludes Astralis. It forces them to run. And the second they start running on ramp, that double back A-site setup, here's everything. They make the call. Nico knows he's getting rushed. He's able to at least put up 1 kill there. And then the rest of G2 come down vent, they come down ramp, and they pick up another retake. It's all too familiar territory. What a streak of rounds put together by this G2 squad.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to go cold at any time soon.
And with how this game started, the pistol round really looked like a solid anti-strat out of Astralis, right? They were so cognizant of that A retake setup. They left that situation with the goal of rendering Nico useless, a key piece of that retake. Since then, man, since the rifles have come out, we've had Amanek AWPing at ramp. It has completely blindsided Astralis. They do not know what to expect, it feels like. Oh, a fast A play. Okay, desperate times call for desperate measures.
All right.
Go out and try to get these frags. Hunter with the double has turned it back into a 3-on-3. And look at Nexa go. He's in the site. He's still fighting for control. There's a player up close, but he's burning out Dupree. Has to worry about the wrap. They are all around him. Amanek is here helping out as best he can, and Nexa will deal with Bubsky. Dupree is suddenly thrown into a mad world indeed. He's going to Gary Jules himself all the way down towards this B-bomb site, running in, but already in the door is Nico. And once again, wherever you go, there is someone for G2 waiting in the wings to ruin your day.
Yeah, maybe if Bubsky had an AK there could have been a hope in that 2-on-3. He gets a dink to the backside player of Nexa. But yeah, really nice A anchor work again for G2. Hunter stalls those kills out beautifully. Nexa's so quick at dropping in. And it feels like, again, you're just forcing plan B from Astralis every single round. They're never ending up where they want to go. You're going for an A rush with full util, and then you're diving down vent in a 2-on-4 because you know you can no longer win this round. It just gives credit to how well G2 are holding their spots right now. 11-2, Astralis, they want another A play. We got the Alexi B flash on Magist. This is a lovely little flash through the rafters and good for a hot rush. But Astralis, are they actually going to commit to it? So many times they've feigned this A take and they've gone back to ramp and it's not gone well for them.
Oh, well, they spot Amanek's AWP outside and they think, oh, well, ramp must be a little bit easier, a little more free, and they will get past the double hold of Amanek and Nexa. It wasn't any more free than normal, right? The AWP wasn't there. It was a double hold instead, but you still managed to take this ramp control away. This is like one of the best spots you've been in a long while on Astralis. And so if there ever was a time to try and salvage a couple of rounds at the end of the half, it's in a round like this.
Everywhere they go, there is someone. If they back up lobby, Hunter is there. If they go forward to hell, Jax is watching the ladder. And if they drop B, well, Nico's already in position. There is no way out of this for free for Astralis. They are boxed in right now.
And you can tell they're feeling scared. They really don't know where's safe. Where's free of G2 players? Nico, you cheeky devil. They are holding this. They are holding the smoke. And yet still, Nico takes down 1.5. Dupree will trade it out and keep the 2-on-2 open, but he's looking worse for wear. Bubsky might be feeling a lot of the pressure in this one. He's the man to try and plant the bomb. You don't want it to get denied, so he's got to get off of it for now. Hunting down the man in Decon, but Hunter won't give up the kill. Door swings again, the bomb plant will come through. Jax from ramp has dealt with Bubsky, and so it is just Dupree. 1v2 to try and put a third round on the board for Astralis. He's at least got room to play with, right? He's got a bit of an angle and a chance to separate these fights. Dupree with the swing. There's number one. They're not on the bomb yet. Hunter taps it, baits the peek out, and nails the clutch. It's 12 on the board for G2, and seemingly nothing can go wrong for this squad right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can give a third round to Astralis here and you won't be feeling any kind of problem. This is incredible for G2. This is a sexy CT side on Nuke. And yeah, Astralis' woes have only just begun. Nico in the smoke. Very, very mad play, but at a scoreline like this, you can't fault it. Amanex 18-4, just a quick reminder. Beasting on the AWP. Nico not far behind at 14-7. And for Astralis, we don't even have double digits.
Yeah, you know, Zonic might have said 11-4 is the most dangerous scoreline now, mate. 13-2 is, and it's when it's against you. Oh, Nico, all right, bit of a blind kill from both players. They do a lot of damage, but it's Glaive to lock it in. And finally, Astralis have an untraded 5-on-4. They're going to try and capitalize. Magis catching Amanek over in CT, and suddenly the Astralis T side might be able to find a third.
I'm glad they don't commit there. It would have been so easy to just hit the go button and split ace, pronto. Instead, Magisk is now making the most of his position. He's wrapping heaven. Next is coming back to watch for it. So maybe there's a kill here for Magisk. He's very, very passive, playing this smart and hoping for G2 to make the mistake. Nex is now tucked in the corner. Magiska's already cleared this angle, but the kill might come to him. Oh dear. No noise to be made, not yet at least. And Nexa won't expect this of all positions, surely not. And there it is for Magisk. Now a 5-on-2. This is a free round for Astralis. They've just got to slip it through.
Oh, yeah, and you know, G2 in this situation, it's them not knowing where to look, right? Every single corner could harbor a fight versus someone from Astralis. Jax is getting wrapped on in lobby as well, and the bomb's going down in B, so this is a pretty safe round for the Danes. If there ever was a round where you could say, yeah, they've got this one in the bag, it's looking like this one. Jax, all that's left to do is give it a bit of a try, see if you can get away with anything here. They are going to give him a couple of fights, and the timing's not going in his favor. Regardless, you know, you've lost one round right at the end. It's still 12-3 in favor of G2 for Astralis. They are going to have to bring one hell of a CT side if they want to pull it back on their map pick.
Do you think you know everything about CSGO? Then stay alert and look out for the DHL drop quiz on the ESL CSGO Twitch channel.
Hey Future Pros! Today I wanted to show you another method to take outside and find picks on the T side of Nuke. This execute will obstruct a lot of vision from the CTs and possibly force a warehouse player out into the open for a fairly easy pick. For this execute, you will need 4 Future Pros along with 3 smokes, 2 mollies and 2 HEs. Future Pro 1, you'll be throwing the bottom hell window smoke. To throw this smoke, hop into this corner. Aim at the top of this pipe vent and slightly to the right of the line. Run forward and jumping through the smoke as you get close to the wall in front. Save your molly as you can use this to block off Secret as you spend more time outside. Future Pro number 2. You only have a warehouse smoke to throw, so don't mess it up. To throw the warehouse smoke, look into the center of this wall. Aim at the bracket on the silo. Then jump throw the smoke. After this, head into lobby and hold off any pushes. Future Pro number 3. You'll be throwing the A main smoke, mollying Secret, and saving a HE for CT red. To throw your smoke, position yourself so half of this vent is cut off by the wall. Aim to the top of the cables, run forward and throw the smoke just before hitting the box. Then clear some close angles and hop onto this box. From here you can throw a molly to cover Secret and hold the push. If you feel like it, throw your HE to CT red with Future Pro 4. Future Pro number 4, you'll be throwing the CT red molly along with a HE. To throw your molly, wait for the warehouse smoke to bloom, then make your way into this gap. Aim at the lower corner of the garage door and jump throw the molly. This will land behind CT red and possibly cause a counter-terrorist to rotate back towards the ladder area. After this, running through your HE behind CT red as you could get some chip damage on the rotating player. Then have Future Pro 1 boost you behind T-Red, and if you're quick enough you should be able to catch any CT trying to get out from warehouse to ladder. And that's about it. This execute is a nice way to find a pick outside. If you have confidence in your aim, I have no doubt you should be able to catch CT player out.
Well, Astralis have faced their fair share of challenges throughout the last few years. However, this one is looking bigger than ever. G2 up 12-3 on the Astralis map pick of Nuke. This used to be the home map. This used to be the proving ground for Astralis. And here at G2, with a grim reminder of how times have changed and how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, Astralis are getting taught a lesson right now in map 1 of the BO3. Winner to the grand finals and loser going out. So pressure's more than ever for Astralis. We need a round out of them here and now. They managed to find that first T-pistol. It's Bubsky, always good on these pistol rounds. Gotta say, starting strong. Nice rush out the hut, but it is denied by the Julies and Glaive finding 2 kills. Nexa will trade. Suddenly we're up in the air. Suddenly we're in a position where G2 can consider a win. Bomb getting planted, and the rotates are far out. Magiska's waiting for Dupree to walk up Secret, but he's taking his sweet time. He has to sneak. He doesn't know where one of these players is. And so a lot of angles to clear gives a lot more time for that bomb to tick down.
Yeah, Magiska is taking a peek out of heaven. Hasn't seen anyone yet in the sight. Nexa blindsided. Hunter will bring it down to the 1v1. And with still Magisk left to beat, I did not expect him to just fight it, to just leap out into the open and lock it in. But that's the kind of guy Hunter is. That's the kind of game G2 are having.
Yeah.
13-3. Pistol round now going their way. And an impossible task for Astralis just got even harder.
Yeah, they were ready for the A-Rush, man. Like, they had all the pieces in the right place. They had a triple ace up there, the Julies watching the hut. I don't know how Zip doesn't get any kills. Like, Glaive does yoink them, but even so, you try and outplay if you're Magisk. You try and be smart, but there's nothing you can do when you just get wide swung with a Glock. And there we go. That sets G2 up for the win in map 1, right? Like, you know, there's going to be a gun round to be played, but my oh my. If Astralis ever wanted hope of a comeback, it might have been eviscerated with that pistol round going the other way. And so it's up to the Force. The Eagles galore. G2 in no hurry. All the time in the world to get this round under wrap. Smokes outside will be the game plan. No one B, no one secret, no info for Astralis as to whether these are fake smokes or not. And in fact, they are. G2 are getting ready to pound A site.
Yeah, Glaive gonna have his work cut out for him. He does have some support up here in heaven at least. something, but still, like, you're struggling to look at these silver linings, especially with Amanek charging out with his MAC-10. A bit of a signature weapon for this guy, and making a lot of money and opening up the site in the process. It's a win-win for G2. Money's made and a round is secured. 14-3 is as good as locked in.
Nico?
And look at this. Nico is hunting down the saving Astralis players. Okay, he only gets one. But it's just adding insult to injury. It's just building up even more of a case for G2 to steamroll this map.
It's a confirmation of where they are as well. Oh, they're saving. They already are not going for this round. You guys can take a deep breath. You can start spreading out if you want. Yeah, okay, one makes it. Zip does get to spawn, but at this point in the game, you are not thinking about your economy if you're Astralis. You are not trying to calculate the financial freedom. No, you can't even get rounds on the board. G2, 13, now 14. And Astralis, what do you even do? Play for OT, force till next map? Or those are your only options?
And all this is going on while Amanek is just silently going 20-6 in the background, right?
Lovely.
It was him with that AWP at ramp that felt like it was just causing so many problems. And the best thing about it is like, as the game went on and he became even more mobile, it just felt like it was throwing out new issues for Astralis. They would try to plug the ramp hole. They'd go, look, okay, we can't get past the orb. Let's lean towards outside. Oh, well, now Amanek's here. Of course he is, right? You just felt like you couldn't catch a break. And really, it shouldn't take me to tell you this. It is going to be a rough world to envision any kind of a return to form in this map out of Astralis,
Don't
right?
get me wrong, Astralis aren't the type of team sitting here and already talking about Dust 2. You know, they're not going to give up before the chips have been slid across the table. But in the same vein, you know, what's not said out loud is thought in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Dust 2 is just around the corner. And Astralis, I mean, they're playing for OT. I respect that here. Not a lot of teams would make this call, right? Especially after forcing second round and losing it. It would have been very easy to buy up here in the knowledge that you have to then pull a 12-round comeback with your guns. Well, if it was ever going to happen, Harry, it would be off the back of guns. So this is a good decision for Astralis. But again, it is in quite the predicament. G2 back to the A site, back to business. And hell, maybe not even just A. Nico's lining up utility for the rafters. We've got a guy on ramp at least. Jax might just be holding the push. We'll see. Amanek's certainly looking to get involved in the action, and he waits for the flashbang to take down 2. The MAC-10 coming to life as it does, and Hunter providing cover should be a lock-in here for G2. It was never going to be anything but, and all we're waiting for is that one glimmer of hope in the rifle round for Astralis.
These, like, buddy systems almost that G2 have been running on the T side are great. Like, you try to pressure one player just trying to take a free kill. That's what Astralis were doing there with Amanek and Hut. And as they charge him down, they hear him getting the reload off. That's when Hunter emerges as his buddy, right? Like, oh, there's 2 of us here. We play off of one another. And so that round is a lock-in for G2, who are up onto 15. Zip can't save the scout. Wouldn't have made much of a difference if he did, to be honest. 15-3, and this could be one of the most dominant maps here at IEM Cologne, taking place in the semi-finals. Like, that's unreal. Think about the level of competition we've seen in these playoffs so far, right? Yesterday had so many overtimes. It was like a 9.5-hour-long day with 2 best-of-3s being played, and yet here we are. If this doesn't make a case for G2 to reach those grand finals, I don't know what will.
Yeah, shoes on the other foot, right? It was Astralis against VP who had these leads, who bottled the leads that went into OT. Yes, they closed the match, but at the end of the day, it was them who couldn't close the map, at least in regulation. Well, now, I said, shoes on the other foot. What's it like being in the backseat, Astralis, getting battered and bruised, a 15-3 scoreline, and 1 rifle round to stand between it all? This is not a position that Astralis is used to, and so how will they fare under these new circumstances? Molotov delaying this G2 cross to secret, but they still make it. Astralis, as the smokes fade, give up outside. Glaive lets them down lower into the orb. Dupree's in position. Nexus on a late red, hoping to kill any flanking players down secret. But first, they've got to get past his orb. As said, easier said than done.
Yeah, Dupree will pluck one out of the ranks on the cross. Now they know about this AWP though, and they know they've got him trapped over in decon. They're wasting no time just spilling in, and Zip will also hound them down, running in through ramp. The claps from Astralis is good, right? Suddenly it goes from feeling like you've only got one man to worry about to they're all around you. They've pinned you in at this B site, and it's left on to Nexa, who can't find a damn thing. 4 on the board for Astralis. The rifles come out. This is why they wanted to bring them into play. They wanted to feel like they actually had a chance to play rounds on this CT side.
Just such a shame that it's come at this scoreline, right? That was just the best round we've seen all map from Astralis, I think. You know, 5 alive, lovely little B hold. All the rotations were smooth. Nothing went wrong, but it's 15-4, Harry.
That's the horrible thing about this scoreline, right? All it takes is one mistake on Astralis, or more notably, I think, in this situation, one big round out of an individual on G2. And you're really not shy on individuals who can step up in moments like this and close a game out. You know, if there was like a few more rounds, I would still find a way to believe in Astralis. The fact that it is just one round could end the run here on Nuke. That's the scary part. You are constantly against the wall, backs against it if you're Astralis. And G2, they know you're feeling this pressure. They're taking a very slow round, waiting to see if you give them anything, going for these info plays that happen, you know, towards the kind of mid-round after you haven't seen anything. No aggressions come through, and so G2, now cognizant of they've got to be the ones to make this first move, start to throw the outside smokes.
The molly on Secret won't do a thing. Glaive's got that one way, and so G2 from the silo will see it and probably opt to stray away, go back to this top site instead. Zip is on ramp. He's run out of util though. Can't stall a play if things end up there. And Astralis do have a AAA setup, so they are in the right place right now. This is actually a pretty botched round for G2. We're going to need some incredible entries on this execute because Astralis are set up very well to deal with it. Dupree has left heaven. That is a timing that could favor G2. There are now 2-2 splits on ramp and A. Bubsky and his teammate at the CT vet need to hold strong, and so they will. Glaive has dropped one outside, and Nexus running through the molly. G2 desperately need an opening kill. They can't find it. Finally coming through, traded at least, and Astralis keep it as clean as they can. It's only Hunter in a 1-on-4, and there's no time for it.
Yeah, 10 seconds, and with players rotating in to watch this bomb, Hunter, he's pretty screwed, and he knows it as well. Nothing presents itself until the moment they intend to strike. A double swing out of Dupree, and Glaive seals the deal on that round there. And so Astralis are now on to 5, starting to build a bit more of a CT side up. You know, breaking down the money at G2, making a partial investment come out here for the T side.
It might even be tempting to buy, right? Like Hunter's at 44, he can get AK, full armor, nades, and his team could get, you know, whatever they want, really. But yeah, I like the half buy, the Galil armor, and, you know, get a full rifle round in the next. It's definitely the safe call. G2 not getting ahead of themselves yet. 15-5 is not a worrying position to be in, but that can change very quickly, as we know how frequent comebacks are in the current meta. Hunter, though, if we wanted anyone to perform this round, it would be him. Looking outside with this Galil. Dupree has the cross with his AWP. Seeing him AWP fully over Glaive in this map. In the maps we've seen so far from Astralis, you know, if you counted up the rounds, it's probably Glaive AWPing the most right now.
Yeah, the G2 Deagles always make me scared as well. Hunter's dead, that Galil is out of the round, but there's still Deags in play. There's still weapons that could be retrieved. They're trying to wrap into main. Magis does not want to give it over. There's a lot of bodies there, and Nexus Deagle will claim another life. Nice Dupree answering back with the AWP. Will start to stem the bleeding and takes matters towards outside, just lays down the pain. Dupree has saved the day. Only Nico left to beat, and he doesn't have the bomb either. So even if he gets this A kill, it would be the start of the round for Nico, really. He's got to go on to find 2 more. And that's assuming he's able to survive this crossing. Now, it's gotten a bit weird. That's a body. Bubsky doesn't realize. They don't realize. Oh, this is weird.
They think it was a spam through the heart.
Nico gets the first, but now up in heaven, he should get traded. He should get traded. Nico should just die here, but he's gotten to main. They're giving him main. They're giving him a chance. Oh, my word.
No time for this.
He's not going for it. He's not going for it. He's saving. He's wrapping away. The bomb's lost outside. Nico maybe just looking to do some damage.
Oh, damn.
I
What
got
on
so
earth was
worried for a
that?
moment, though.
It looked like Bubsky was looking at him. Bubsky must have
That was
just
such
turned
a
around.
weird round.
Nico shoots a dead body. Bubsky thinks he's shooting through the hut. He's just holding hut while Nico's looking at him.
Okay.
Oh, God, what a
Right.
terrifying
It's fine,
round.
though. It's still 6 on the board for Astralis. Right? They still find the round. We don't have to forget about Dupree's heroics. Nico didn't win anything, so there we are. AK saved, reinvestment coming back in for G2, and another chance to put a stop to this comeback from Astralis.
Yeah, lovely opening from Dupree. Again, it all just feels so bittersweet, so late in the game for Astralis. Will it make any difference at this point? Here's another rifle round, G2 with everything to play with. We've got Dupree, once again, AWPing ramp. Much as Amanek did in that first half. G2 looking for a quick pop. That flash, it goes very short, but they're going to run outdoor nonetheless. And a double entry to maybe close out the first map of this series. Astralis, someone needs to be heroic. Someone needs to stand tall. Amanek chasing through the smoke. Magisk looking everywhere and he's getting spammed. Bubsky in the hut giving away his position with a nade. They know where he is. He's being wrapped onto. It's all falling into place for G2. One more kill away, and it's only Dupree standing in the face of this T side. What a game this has been for G2, and there's nothing Dupree can do except, accept the inevitable and go forward to dust.
Yeah, he's smoked off at every turn. There's 4 still alive. He can't find a thing. Onto the AK for Dupree, but look at all the crosshairs ready to fight him when he comes out of this main smoke. Oh, Dupree, I'm so sorry for him here. Oh, here's the quad swing, and Amanek's gonna seal the deal. G2, crazy dominance.